In terms of the importance of corporate governance, I think, just as you mentioned, it has a clear connection with the company's performance, both in terms of sustainability, in terms of the company being more resilient, and as well as there is some connection with how the company can make better profit and increase its profitability. So that's one clear reason. As far as the rationale is concerned, I think ADB looks at it in two perspectives. One is in terms of promoting ASEAN as an asset class, and the other is about increasing the standards of corporate governance in ASEAN countries, including Indonesia, and to make them more investable, to make them more attractive to foreign investors.
What should we know more about this ACGS thing? Let's say the development, the process, methodology, and also the structures. Have it been changing by years?
I wouldn't say it has changed every year because we do need some consistency. But it has, whenever there's some big international development, then we do reevaluate, relook at the scorecard and make some revision. Otherwise, we do this assessment annually every year, and this is through some of the collaboration with the domestic ranking body, including the financial regulator in Indonesia, OJK. And so they do the national assessment to look at the national companies. And then after that, to have some consistency in terms of the results, we do a peer review mechanism, which helps to make sure that there is no sort of national bias and that there's consistency in the way the companies are scored across the 6 ASEAN countries.
And now putting on the list, what are the key accomplishments and what we have achieved so far?
Well, if I look back, because Indonesia participated in this initiative in 2013, I think, and I can say that there's been clear improvements in Indonesia. And that, for me, is an important achievement because we have managed to improve the corporate governance standards in Indonesia. If you look back at 2013, at that time, Indonesia's score on average was actually below 40%. But over the years, after 6-7 years of participation, the score in Indonesia is now actually above 50%. So I would say that there has been improvements. And as you mentioned, some companies, particularly the financial companies, the banks, whether they be private banks or state-owned banks, have actually done quite well. In fact, they are ranked amongst the best in ASEAN. So okay. Yeah, I think there's been great improvements in Indonesia.